and parents, it's your girl TJ. Thank you for tuning in to the very first week of Fat2Fit Finance high school series. Let's get started. This very first video is titled The Basics of Money. And we need to go over this because I get that you're in high school now and you probably don't really have to fend for yourself if you're pretty fortunate, which a lot of high school students are. But as you creep closer to graduation, that may change. You may have to start to defend yourself and provide financially. And there are some key things that we need to get out of the way because you may not know them now. Seriously, we need to get some very key basics about money down. Number one basic principle of money. It does not grow on trees. Okay? Understand, it does not grow on trees. It's not magical that way. Which means you will need to work to get it. Work will not kill you. I promise you it won't. It will make you a better human being. Just trust me on this, okay? W-O-R-K will not kill you. It's not going to kill you to work at all. And you need to be ready once you graduate high school to be a positive member of society that contributes some way, somehow. Now, when I say work, it could be full-time if you choose to not go to college, and you could work full-time immediately as soon as you graduate high school. You could work part-time maybe while you go to school full-time in college, or this could even be work-study. Either way, you're going to need to work to earn to eat. Very basic concept I need you to get. You have to work for it. The second concept, there are three basic functions of money. And of course we can't interface, so I can't really ask you, hey, what are those three basic functions? But there are just three. A lot of people may not even know this, so you're about to learn a lot more than some adults know. Three basic functions, three basic functions of money. Number one, save. Number two, invest. I'm going to put invest second. Number three is spend. Now you may ask, why did I put save first? Because no one does enough of it. I'm going to give you a very scary statistic, okay? 30% of Americans have $0 in savings to their name in cash. Like zero. They have nothing. They might not even have a bank account, period. 62% has less than $1,000 in savings to their name. Just think about that. That's a scary reality. Like, they don't even have a grand to their name to be able to cover some basic emergencies that could occur in their life. So save first. Always pay yourself first. That means with every paycheck that you get, a certain amount needs to be set aside, not to spend, not to do anything with, just to sit there. This is the adult thing to do. Everyone always says, oh, I'm grown because they're approaching the age of 18. Okay, well, if you're grown, you need to start doing some grown things, which means you need to save. Whatever you're making, some of it needs to be saved. And I get that you're in high school now, so I don't need some crazy big amount of number. But just think, a $500 emergency fund in savings for yourself. Let's just say maybe by the time you are either starting college finally, because I know you're probably going to get some graduation money from some people. I know how this game works. I got it too. Or maybe by the end of your sophomore year, but that goal should be to have a $500 emergency fund that you just leave there and you don't touch unless there's an actual emergency. Because having that little cushion may be able to save mom and dad from having to come rescue you financially, and that's going to show them how mature you are, how much you've grown. I put invest as number two because no one seems to think about the future. You know, we live in the here and now right now, and I understand that's just kind of how we are as a society. We live in the here and now. We want the here and now. We want to live in the moment. You know, YOLO, you only live once. Yes, you only live once, but if you don't die really early, you're going to get older, and you need to be able to take care of yourself when you're older and retired and no longer work. So, a lot of Americans, especially older people now, are starting to retire and realizing they don't actually have enough to be able to not work and sustain a very basic way of life. And this is very tragic. It's very sad when you think about it. So I want you to be able to change that. I want you to always think, I need to save part of my money first, and I need to look to invest because I always need to be thinking about my future self. It will come. You need to think about that. So think about basic investing, right? If you just save $10 a week, which to us, of course, we automatically think 4 weeks in a month, $40 a month. If we're looking at the actual overall year, it really would be about $43 a month, 52 weeks a year, whatever. If you had that amount and you invested that in, let's say, 10%, is the return that you got. Let's look at some numbers. I like showing you numbers and charts. You know I'm not crazy. So look at that number there that you would get. $2,697 at the end of 4 years. Right? That's not enough if you were to put that just in a mutual fund and let it sit there. But guess what? That's $2,600 more than your counterparts, your students, your peers, your classmates would have when they graduated college. Like, they wouldn't have that amount. Trust me, they're going to have a ton of student loan debt that they're going to graduate with, and praying that... Number 3 is very simple. We all love to do it. I love to do it. I am a shopaholic. I will admit that now. I'm a shopaholic, eBayaholic, and Nikeaholic. Almost every single thing that I own or wear is Nike. I know the shirt isn't Nike right now, but I have on Nike joggers right now. I always have on Nike. Just understand that now. So once again, we're no different. I see you. We're here. I like to shop too. I like to spend money. But you have to spend smart, which means spending on a plan, which is a budget. You need to spend on a budget. You need to tell your money where to go. You don't want your money to just run and dictate you. Because what's going to happen, you'll be that person when it comes tax time and you're an adult. You'll be like, man, my W-2 says I made $50,000 last year. Where did it all go? You laugh. Some of your parents went through this exact same thing or are going through the same thing right now with their accountant. They're going in, maybe they're going to H&R Block, I don't know where they're going, and they're getting their taxes done, and they see the amount that their employer paid them out for the year, and they're thinking, where did all this money go? It should be a crime for you to make whatever amount of money you make during the year, and you can't actually say where it went. That's sad. Don't be that person, okay? If you make a plan, which is a budget, it allows you to freely spend without guilt, without remorse, okay? So, number 3, spend smart. Believe it or not, you are light years ahead of what some adults are. There are a lot of adults that wouldn't even be able to answer the question of what are the 3 basic functions of money, which again, save, invest, spend, and I put them in that order for a certain reason, as you saw in this video. So, now that you are equipped to know what the basic functions of money are, it's time to get into the B word, which is budget. And that is what we will go over next week. Well, next video. Because remember, 2 a week. That's my bad. Sorry. See? Human, make mistakes. Things happen. We're good. We're cool. Thank you again for tuning in to this video, this channel, this series. It is all about high school students. Trust me, once again, no different, no silver spoon. I just want you guys to be a little bit better equipped than I was when I went off. And some of you, I was blessed to have a mom that, kudos to her, financial sense. This woman has taught me so much and given me so much. But I want to make sure to pass that on. It's not only okay to be taught something amazing and to help it secure your financial future. I wanted to pass that on to other high school students and parents as well. So, thank you. Can't wait to get into the next video. It is all about budgeting.